Bishop Academy Books. Presenting The Children's Encyclopedia by Arthur Mee.
Animal life. Nature's wonderful living family in earth and air and sea. What this story tells us. What a marvelous family is Mother Nature's, with her host of strange and terrible and beautiful children. Some of them have passed away forever, gigantic creatures of long ago tramping the lonely world before man came. No more will Iguanodon be seen, or Brontosaurus, or old Diplodocus, or the dragons that flew like birds, or the dodo that lost his power to fly. Gone are they all. Nature has a vaster kingdom now, and smaller subjects. Since life first came ashore, her great families have spread over the earth. The story of their lives would fill the most romantic book that could be written, and here we will read a few chapters of it. Sometimes the truth will seem too strange to believe, but nothing is more astonishing than truth. The lives of animals, like the lives of men, are far more wonderful than anything the novelist writes about. Nature's thousands of children. A marvelous family is Mother Nature's, with thousands of children almost beyond belief. Think of a few of them. Consider a group comprising a protozoan, an oak tree, a crocodile, a whale, an elephant, and a man. The protozoan is the very simplest form of life, all the mysteries and magic processes of existence wrapped up in a single cell. The crocodile, king of the reptiles, the oak tree, monarch of the forests, the whale, greatest of all existing animals, the elephant, greatest of all beasts that tread the ground, and man himself, each was once a single cell. The protozoan remains one cell today, the rest develop, multiply cells, cell upon cell, in uncountable profusion. In that rough and ready grouping, we have the story of the rise of the living families of the world, plant, animal, human. We cannot any longer make the old sharp division between plants and animals. A sea lily is a freakish plant whose stem is chiefly mineral, yet it is an animal. A pitcher plant seems animal in its capture of insects, but it is a plant. The no more intelligent sea anemone, so like a lovely marine blossom, is an animal. An oak tree goes to sleep for the winter, as hedgehogs, tortoises, and big bears do. In torrid lands, trees and plants go to sleep till rain returns. So does a lungfish in his exhausted pool. So do the worm and the snail during drought in parched English gardens. Trees shed bark and leaves. Shellfish shed their covering and cast off their limbs. Reptiles cast their skins. Caterpillars jump out of one skin and grow another. We take cuttings from plants and establish new ones. A starfish rent asunder may become 5 starfishes, and a worm cut in halves may become 2 worms. The resemblance is repeated in the process of reproduction. As trees and flowers produce enormous quantities of fruit and seed, so in animal life we find enormous numbers of eggs. An oyster lays eggs exceeding the population of the British Isle. A ling has a progeny outnumbering the white population of our dominions. Ingenuity excelling human invention is shown by nature in providing for the dispersal of seeds, as if trees and flowers loved the thought of offspring. The same astonishing principle exists in the animal world. The eel undertakes an appalling voyage from ditch and pond far into the deepest recess of a distant ocean to bring forth eggs from which will arise little eels that the mother will never see. Birds build wonderful mound nests for eggs which they will not hatch. Wasps construct nurseries and store rich larders for baby wasps, which will come to life when their parents are dead. Fishes strew the sea with ova and never see their children. Purpose and result are the same with trees and with animals. That parents shall leave 1 or 2 children to succeed them and to maintain the species, that is the lot assigned to them. And all the fruitfulness, all the splendors, beauties, and harmonies of existence are means to that end. Life is made up of beauty and splendor and terror. That unseen mighty hand which painted the flowers, painted also the butterflies, gave them lustrous scales, to make them equally lovely, gave them also their own apparatus for the creation of their rich perfume, to render them attractive to their fellows. All the colors of the rainbows are in the flowers, but they are repeated in the insects and again in the birds. Reptiles have many rich, strange hues. There is luxuriant coloring for many of the mammals. And as if nature has an eye for farce as well as harmony, we find most extravagant colors on the bodies of apes. Life is made up of beauty, splendor, wonder, skill, cunning, and also of terrors we can dimly understand. To balance the song of the nightingale, we have the terrible deeds of the flesh-eating animals. Every day and night myriads of herb-eating creatures must die to make meals for the carnivores. Every day while the bee is performing her beneficent wonders in the hive, multitudes of insects are sentenced to lingering death by inhuman flies, which make nurseries of them for their eggs, from which will hatch inhuman grubs to devour the living bodies of the insects in which the eggs are laid. And wasps carry living spiders to their nests, paralyzed but not killed, to await, alive, the birth and appetite of the grubs yet to be born from the wasp's eggs. These are the facts to be considered as much as the vivid luxuriance of the flowers and the harmony of the song of birds. On the face of it, the scheme seems desperately cruel, but nature is wiser than the wise of us. Her ways may be terrible only in appearance, not in reality. She may have her drugs which dispel the fears and soothe to sleep the senses of her victims. It is comforting to assume that, but it should make us determined not to add 1 pang of suffering to the inevitable total, and to prevent pain and anguish wherever we have dominion in the animal world. For nature will not alter, she never does. She is as ruthless as she is benevolent. She cherishes success, she tramples down failure, not suddenly, not in a century, not in an age, but slowly and surely. The things living today are her successes, though some of them, the great apes, the sloths, and the giant reptiles, are failing fast, while others are improving. We do not know whether existing creation has reached its pinnacle, or whether it's only in the cradle. If man is too successful as an agent of destruction, the answer may be that the bulk of wild creation is neither in the cradle nor at the summit, but on the brink of the grave. But until man rose to preeminence, nature pursued an even course of development, progress, trial, failure, renunciation, and triumph.